Ain't nothing happening. No money, no beers, no partying, no sections, nothing. You put me and mine on the motherfucking flyer, give me everything. And if you can't, don't play with me. I don't know if y'all from here, but don't play with me in this city. It's my motherfucking city. Don't play with me in this city.
Some plant-based.
Plant-based? Okay.
She said that helped with her baby.
Man, this story came out of nowhere and rocked the whole game. Nobody saw it coming. Not fans, not blogs, not even people close to the Harris family. The Harris household, known for their picture-perfect image, suddenly found itself at the center of chaos that spread like wildfire across every social platform. T.I., the king of the South himself, who built his name on power, respect, and control, was now watching his empire shake from the inside out. For years, T.I. made sure his family looked like hip-hop royalty. They had the big house, the designer fits, the TV shows, the flashy lifestyle. Everything looked perfect from the outside. But behind those smiles, there were cracks starting to show. Rumors had been floating around for months. Quiet whispers in fan forums. Small blog mentions that people brushed off. Nobody wanted to believe that anything could touch the Harris name. But oh, they were wrong. Then it happened. One of the most shocking leaks in recent hip-hop history. A mysterious video dropped online and turned social media upside down. It wasn't just some random clip. It was personal, explosive, and impossible to ignore. King Harris, the young, bold son of T.Y. and Tiny, suddenly went from flaunting his lifestyle online to becoming the center of a controversy so wild that it had fans questioning everything they knew about him. Within minutes of the video dropping, Twitter blew up. TikTok creators started dissecting it frame by frame. Instagram blogs reposted it non-stop. Reddit threads ran wild with speculation. It was everywhere, and there was no way to control it. Overnight, King Harris became one of the most talked about names in music. And not for his songs or fame, but for something way more personal. People didn't know what to think. Some fans were shocked, saying, "No way, that can't be real," while others said, "Let the man live his life." But one thing's for sure, everybody had an opinion, and the internet moved faster than ever. The clip showed King in an intimate situation with another man, something that instantly divided fans. Half the internet was defending him, saying it was his life, his choice, while the other half went off with wild assumptions. The debates were non-stop, and every post turned into a battlefield of opinions. It wasn't just a scandal, it was a full-blown cultural moment. And then came the silence. Normally, King was loud online, always posting, always flexing, but after that video dropped, his pages went quiet. No new stories, no tweets, nothing. That silence just made people more curious. Some said he was embarrassed, others said he was plotting a comeback move, but either way, the mystery kept the hype alive. Meanwhile, inside the Harris mansion, things were tense, like dangerously tense. Sources close to the family said T.I. locked himself in the studio for hours, trying to process it all. He wasn't speaking to anyone, not his team, not his family. The man who built his image on discipline and pride now had his own bloodline trending for all the wrong reasons. Tiny, being the emotional glue of the family, reportedly tried to calm things down. She's always been the soft voice, the peacemaker. But even she couldn't ignore how deep this hit their family's reputation. The Harris brand, the same one built for years, was now being dragged across the internet every minute. To make it even worse, rumors started popping up that the baby king had been showing off proudly online. Might not even be his. That's right, people started whispering about paternity drama. The situation went from shocking to straight up catastrophic overnight. Imagine being in King's shoes, young, rich, the son of a hip-hop icon, and suddenly the whole world's questioning your image, your love life, and even your child. That's not just pressure, that's a nightmare in 4K for the world to see.
GOAT reasons you've gone viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
The best one for me is King Latifah.
Teeth Keith. I ain't never get my teeth shirts made. Teeth
Hey,
shirts.
bro, to tell you the truth. Yeah.
Fans were glued to their phones, waiting for T.I. to say something, but he didn't. People expected a public statement, maybe a strong defense, but all they got was silence from the entire Harris family. The kind of silence that makes you realize something serious is going on behind closed doors. It was clear. This was no ordinary family drama. This was the beginning of a public storm that would drag one of hip-hop's most respected families through the mud. And the crazy part? This was only the beginning, because soon after, the whispers turned into something even uglier. Talk about a baby, a secret, and doubts that would tear the Harris legacy apart. The internet hadn't even cooled down from the leaked clip when things went from messy to straight up explosive. Just as people were wrapping their heads around what they'd seen, another wave of chaos hit. And this one cut even deeper.
My kicked me out. Then my I don't know. Whatever they said was happening. Whatever they said supposedly happened.
Whispers started flying that the baby king had been proudly showing off online might not even be his. That rumor hit harder than a diss track, and before anyone could fact check a thing, it was spreading faster than wildfire. At first, fans thought it was just trolls trying to stir the pot, but then blogs started posting screenshots, old captions, and anonymous sources claiming King himself had doubts long before the video even leaked. The timing made it too wild to ignore. Suddenly, the story wasn't just about who King was caught with, it was about whether the child he'd been calling his blessing even belonged to him. Twitter threads popped up overnight. TikTok detectives started analyzing every baby picture, zooming in on features, comparing faces like they were solving a crime. Reddit went insane with people claiming inside info. He'd been suspicious for months, one post read. Fans dug up old videos where King looked distracted or off, saying he already knew something wasn't right. The internet was eating it up like popcorn. And then came the biggest bombshell. Rumors that King had quietly asked for a DNA test months before the drama went public. That detail flipped everything, because if it was true, it meant King had been fighting doubts while pretending everything was fine. All those happy family posts, all those big dad captions suddenly looked like a front, a desperate attempt to keep his world from crumbling before the cameras caught on. Imagine the pressure, being barely in your 20s with millions watching, your name trending every week, and suddenly not even sure if your baby is really yours. That's a heavy load for anybody, let alone the son of a legend. Inside the Harris home, things were tense beyond belief. T.I., who'd spent his whole career preaching discipline and pride, was reportedly livid. People close to the family said he locked himself away in his studio, refusing to talk to anyone. The same man who used to brag about keeping his household in order now faced a situation no amount of control could fix. His own son's name was splattered across every gossip site in the country, and he couldn't do a thing to stop it. Tiny, always the heart of the family, tried to balance it out. She defended her son in private, telling people he was young, that he needed love, not judgment. But she couldn't ignore what was happening online. Every blog headline dragged their family name deeper into the mud. T.I.'s son embroiled in scandal. King Harris baby drama unfolds. It was endless, and every post brought more hate and more confusion. Even the other Harris kids felt the blow. They couldn't scroll through their phones without seeing their family being roasted. Fans were calling them the new Kardashian chaos, comparing the situation to reality show drama. It was surreal. Meanwhile, King went completely silent online. The same dude who used to flex every outfit, every car, every chain, gone. No stories, no new music drops, no tweets. That silence made things even crazier. Fans started asking, is he embarrassed? Is he planning a comeback? Is he hiding something? Nobody knew. The mystery made the drama even juicier. And then, just when the gossip blogs thought they'd hit the limit, the mysterious man from the leaked video stepped forward. No fake accounts, no guessing games. He put his face out there and spoke up. His words turned an already wild story into something straight out of a movie. He said it wasn't a setup, it wasn't fake, and it wasn't a one-time thing. What they had, according to him, was real. A relationship that had been happening for months, maybe longer. That confession shocked everyone. Some people said he was lying for clout, others believed every word. If that was true, then everything King had been hiding suddenly made sense. The secrecy, the silence, the tension, it was all connected. The man even claimed King's tough rapper act was just a mask to hide who he really was.
Hey, buddy.
Look. Okay. Hey. Hey, big guy. Hey, big guy.
That's right, the child he called his pride and joy was suddenly at the center of a paternity storm, with insiders whispering that even King himself had doubts about being the father. Imagine being young, rich, the son of a legend, and waking up to the world questioning not only your image, but your family and your child. That's the nightmare King found himself in.
First, my kicked me out. Then my I don't know, whatever they said was happening. Whatever they said supposedly happened. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers still believe in it. So don't that show y'all how stupid?
I'm trying to figure out why. How is the gingerbread house right there?
It's not fair. Liddy.
Hey man, I'm trying to figure out what the am I supposed to rub this shit in?
I think.
You gonna give me a butter knife?
Yeah.
No, anything but this.
Upstairs, my little.
Yeah, like she could, like we could've, like you can't sue nobody ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to, you know. Everything in the world said about me is a lie. I don't give a damn. I don't really care too much.
That line blew up instantly. Reposted, remixed, turned into memes, and debated non-stop. The internet went into overdrive. One half praised King for living his truth, while the other accused him of lying to fans all this time. It was chaos on every timeline, and it wasn't slowing down. But the truth was, this wasn't the end. Not even close. Because what came next was the kind of twist that could tear apart the Harris family name forever. When the mysterious man finally spoke, it was like throwing gasoline on an already burning fire. The internet stopped breathing for a moment. Everyone wanted to know what he had to say. This wasn't some random troll looking for attention. This was the man from the clip that had broken the internet. And when he finally opened his mouth, the truth, or at least his version of it, had fans losing their minds. He said it straight. What people saw in that clip wasn't fake, wasn't staged, and wasn't a setup. According to him, he and King Harris had been seeing each other for a while, and it wasn't a one-off thing. It was real, he said. It was what it looked like. That confession hit like thunder. Within minutes, social media lit up again. Every gossip page, every reaction channel, every hip-hop blog had a new headline. Half the internet started supporting King, saying love is love, while the other half accused him of being a fraud who hid behind a fake image. The whole thing turned into a cultural debate. Identity, authenticity, masculinity, all of it colliding in one chaotic digital storm. The man didn't stop there. He went even further, saying King's tough rapper image was all an act. He claimed the loud, flashy attitude was just a wall to protect himself from judgment. That line alone broke the internet. Fans reposted it 1,000 times, clips of him saying it went viral, and everyone had an opinion. Some people said he was being brave, exposing the truth. Others said he was trying to ride the wave of fame and drag King down with him. But regardless of what anyone believed, the damage was done. And the story wasn't dying anytime soon. Meanwhile, King stayed quiet. No interviews, no tweets, not even a comment. That silence only made things worse. Because in the age of social media, silence looks like guilt, and fans were ready to fill in the blanks themselves. Inside the Harris home, things were boiling over. T.I. was reportedly furious. Friends said he felt betrayed, not just by King, but by how fast the public turned his family into a circus. He'd worked his entire life to build a name built on power and respect, and now people were laughing at memes about his own son. Tiny once again was caught in the middle. She defended her son behind closed doors but couldn't say much publicly without fueling more gossip. Insiders said she broke down crying after seeing her son trending for the wrong reasons. Again, she loved him no matter what, but she also knew how brutal the world could be when you live under the spotlight. Fans started noticing the whole family's social media behavior. Unfollows, deleted posts, cryptic messages. People were reading too deep into everything, treating each emoji like a clue. It was like a digital detective game that never ended. And the mysterious man, he kept posting, dropping subtle hints, making comments that fans interpreted as secret messages. One post read, "Truth always wins," and that alone set off another round of theories. Who was lying? Who was hiding what? Nobody knew, but everyone had a theory. The media frenzy grew so wild that even other celebrities started chiming in. Some defended King, others threw shade without naming names. Every comment became part of the storyline. Every rumor added another layer. It wasn't just about one viral clip anymore. It was about an entire image unraveling before the world's eyes. King Harris, once known for being bold, loud, and confident, was now painted as a mystery himself. Was he being exposed or was he just misunderstood? That question divided fans completely. And then, just when people thought they'd seen it all, another shock dropped. A blogger revealed receipts showing King had requested a DNA test months before all of this went public. That changed everything. This was the twist nobody expected, and it hit harder than any diss track. Late one night, a blogger known for spilling the hottest tea posted screenshots that allegedly showed King had asked for a DNA test long before the world even knew about the scandal. It was like someone dropped a bomb right into the middle of the internet. If those screenshots were real, it meant King had doubts about his child long before the world did. That made everything, the fake smiles, the proud dad captions, the family photos, look like a mask hiding major pain. Fans couldn't believe it. The blogs exploded again. People started putting timelines together, matching posts with dates, trying to figure out when things started falling apart. One fan wrote, "He was already broken and we didn't even know it." The story wasn't just about a scandal anymore. It became a tragedy in real time. According to insiders, the DNA request came after a massive argument between King and the mysterious man. People claimed it wasn't just about love. It was about loyalty, betrayal, and trust issues that ran deep. King was reportedly torn between protecting his image and confronting the truth. Fans were dissecting everything. Every baby picture, every caption, every interview, all turned into evidence for their theories. People were saying the baby didn't look like him. Others said it did. It was a full-blown internet trial and King was the defendant. Inside the Harris mansion, tension reached breaking point. T.I. allegedly found out about the DNA test after the leak and lost it. He was already mad, but this made things explode. He reportedly told King he disrespected the family name and that no more mistakes would be tolerated. It was the kind of confrontation no father wants to have with his son, especially when the world's watching. Tiny tried to step in, but even she was drained. She'd been trying to hold the family together while dodging nonstop calls from reporters, bloggers, and brands trying to get a statement. Every time she logged online, she saw people tearing her family apart. The other Harris kids stayed quiet, trying to stay out of the mess, but fans dragged them into it anyway. Every post they made got flooded with comments like, "What's really going on?" or "Tell your brother to speak up." The internet wouldn't let the family breathe. As days went by, King's silence started feeling heavier. It was like he disappeared, and people were starting to worry. Was he okay? Was he hiding out? Or was he about to make the biggest comeback ever? Nobody knew. Then one night, after weeks of nothing but rumors and noise, King finally broke his silence. And when he did, it wasn't what anyone expected. After weeks of pure chaos, King Harris finally reappeared online. And when he did, it was explosive. The post dropped out of nowhere in the middle of the night, and within minutes, it went viral. It wasn't a statement, not an apology, not even an explanation. It was raw emotion poured into one fiery video. King looked drained but defiant. His eyes said it all. He was tired of the lies, the hate, the endless gossip. He started off saying, "I don't owe nobody no explanations." And from there, the energy only got louder. He went off on everyone spreading rumors, calling out blogs for twisting his story. "Y'all don't know me, you don't know my life," he shouted. It was pure frustration and pain. The comment section exploded instantly. Some fans applauded him for standing up for himself. Others accused him of dodging the truth. But no matter what side you were on, you couldn't deny one thing. King was fighting back. Still, he didn't mention the mysterious man. He didn't talk about the DNA test either. That silence made people crazy. The questions didn't stop. They multiplied. Every sentence he said was overanalyzed like a secret message. Meanwhile, inside the family, the tension boiled over again. Sources claim T.I. confronted King after the post went live. Allegedly, he told his son to either own up or step away from the spotlight. That conversation reportedly ended with King storming out, saying he was done being told what to do. Tiny, stuck in the middle again, begged them to talk it out, but neither side wanted to back down. I was all about protecting the brand, while King just wanted to live his truth, whatever that was. The clash between pride and freedom had officially split the family in two, and while the internet was busy debating every frame of his video, King disappeared again. But this time, not out of shame. Word around the industry was that he was working on music, something personal. Something deep. People started whispering that he was going to speak his truth through a track instead of interviews. The public had seen the pain, the rumors, the fights, but they hadn't seen the full story yet. King was about to tell it his way, and it would hit harder than anyone expected. The Harris family had always been seen as unbreakable, hip-hop's royal household. But after months of non-stop drama, the cracks were no longer hidden. Every move they made became a headline. Every silence turned into a mystery. The line between public and private had completely vanished. Fans noticed how cold things had gotten between King and his father. T.I., known for being protective and strict, stopped showing public support for his son altogether. Interviews that used to mention King now skipped his name completely. People started wondering if the relationship could ever recover. Meanwhile, Tiny kept posting subtle messages about love, forgiveness, and strength. Every time she did, fans flooded her comments with questions. Is this about King? Are you guys okay? She never confirmed anything, but her words said enough. Behind closed doors, things were tense. Some family members sided with King, saying he deserved to make his own choices. Others sided with T.I., believing family image came first. The divide wasn't just public, it was deep and personal. The mysterious man who started it all kept feeding the fire with cryptic posts. He'd drop lines like, "The truth don't stay hidden forever," or "You can't fake forever," each one sparking new waves of speculation. Fans treated his social media like a reality show teaser. The Harris brand started feeling the hit. Sponsorships slowed down. TV producers stopped calling, and even business partners started distancing themselves. The empire T.I. built was now under heavy scrutiny, and all because of one scandal that refused to die. Still, the family tried to hold on. Tiny kept the kids close, reminding them that the world didn't need to see everything. But it was too late. The world already had. People online began calling it the fall of the Harris dynasty, and even that phrase started trending. But what nobody expected was how King would flip the script next, because just when everyone thought his career was over, he came back swinging. By this point, the damage was undeniable. King Harris had lost brand deals, shows, and collaborations that once seemed guaranteed. Sponsors didn't want the smoke. They quietly backed out. The industry moved fast when it smelled controversy, and King was learning that lesson the hard way. Still, the fans were split. Some stood by him, saying he was being unfairly judged. Others turned away, saying they couldn't separate the drama from his music. The comment sections under every post became war zones. I tried to restore the family's image, showing up at interviews calm and collected. When asked about King, he simply said, "Family business stays in the family." It sounded rehearsed, like he was trying to end the conversation before it started. But fans weren't buying it. They wanted answers. Tiny, ever the peacemaker, posted about growth and redemption, but even her words got twisted into gossip. People turned everything she said into a headline. The internet wasn't letting go, not anytime soon. King tried to distract from the chaos by teasing new music, but fans flooded his comments with questions instead of hype. Every lyric was dissected like a clue. Is he talking about the video? Is this about the baby? The speculation never stopped. The Harris name, once a symbol of unity and power, was now a punchline on gossip pages. But King wasn't finished. He had one final move left, and when he played it, the internet went wild again. Out of nowhere, King Harris posted a teaser that broke the internet again. A new track titled "Silence Ain't Weakness." The cover alone had people talking. A shadowed figure, eyes closed, surrounded by microphones. Fans knew instantly this wasn't just music. This was a statement. The lyrics he previewed hit deep. Pain, betrayal, trust, image, it was all in there. He didn't name names, but everyone knew who and what he was talking about. "They talk loud when they scared of the truth," one line said. And that one line trended for hours. The song became more than a comeback. It was a declaration. King wasn't running anymore. He was reclaiming his story. And no matter how messy things got, fans couldn't deny the raw emotion in his voice. I stayed silent about the song, but insiders said he heard it and felt torn. Proud of the artistry, but hurt by the truth inside it. Tiny supported her son publicly for the first time since the scandal, posting the track link with a simple caption, "Growth takes pain." The family may never go back to how they were, but one thing's for sure, the world will never look at the Harris name the same again. The scandal, the silence, the heartbreak, It all became part of their story. But from the ashes of chaos, King Harris finally found his voice. So what's next for the Harris family? Only time will tell, but one thing's guaranteed. Starbuzz Daily will keep you updated every step of the way. Hit that like button, subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for the next wild story, right here on Starbuzz Daily.